Once there is already a pre-trial order, it becomes the Bible of the case. So if it is the Bible of the case, it defines the parameters upon which the case shall be tried by the court. In this case, the impeachment court. Now, if there are witnesses that are not included there, as a general rule, hindi ka pwede mag-present ng surprise witnesses. Katakot-takot na debate yan ang mangyayari niyan.
May gabi, sir. Si MJ po ito. Sir, marami
Yes,
po
sir.
ang mga nagsasabi at nagtataka doon sa pahayag na pwede raw ang surprise witness sa impeachment trial na mismo. Eh, di ba po yan ang sinusolve ngayon sa pre-trial conference?
Yes, actually, yung surprise witnesses, once there is already a pre-trial order, I believe that the impeachment court will issue a pre-trial order. In law, when I teach my students, no, para maintindihan, once there is already a pre-trial order, it becomes the Bible of the case. So if it is the Bible of the case, it defines the parameters upon which the case shall be tried by the court. In this case, the impeachment court. Now, if there are witnesses that are not included there, as a general rule, hindi ka pwede mag-present ng surprise witnesses. Katakot-takot na debate yan ang mangyayari niyan, no? Kasi nga po, lahat ng mga witnesses mo i-identify mo na doon sa pre-trial proper at saka kinakailangan na what you call this, kinakailangan na nandun sa lahat ng mga lahat ng mga armamento mo nandun nakasaad na sa pre-trial order except lang kung may express reservation ka. And under the rules, even ordinary rules now, no, of court, the reservation should be specific. It should be specific in the sense that there should be identification of who shall be that witness and the nature of his testimony. And as a matter of fact, if it is documentary evidence, you should describe it in advance. It is just that during the pre-trial, it was not with you, but you have to describe it with specificity. Yan yung requirement na ngayon po sa ating rules of court insofar as documentary evidences are concerned and witnesses are concerned.
Pero kung itutuloy yun, sir, yung surprise witness, quote-unquote, ano yun? Magandang halimbawa ba yun sa mga nag-aaral ngayon ng abogacya, yung kumukuha ngayon ng abogacya?
Mahirapan na tayo magturo niyan sa law school niyan. Meron nga akong nakita sa Facebook, I don't know if it is true, na ipapa-present daw nila yung sheriff daw na allegedly nabugbog ni VP Sara at the time when she was mayor. You know, I could never forget that case because at that time, I was governor of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines for Eastern Mindanao. And I think yung mga media, mass media noon, nag-file ng disbarment case against VP Sara, then Mayor Sara Duterte. Yung mga taktik na yan, dapat hindi na yan i-allow, no? Hindi talaga yan i-allow. Kasi in the first place, ang impeachment complaint here is based on the third impeachment complaint as well as the fourth impeachment complaint. The so-called third Sabalya complaint and the fourth Cabrera complaint. In the Sabalya as well as the Cabrera complaint, walang nakasaad doon about niyang, I don't know kung totoo ba yung pinapatawag nila yung sheriff, no? Surprise witnesses nga are, as a general rule, disallowed unless lang if you can provide compelling reason, no? In the interest of justice, na ma-prove mo yan doon sa korte na mismo. But whatever may be the ruling of the court may open the door on the part of the defense to question it before the Supreme Court, and in this case in the impeachment, kasi grave abuse of discretion amounting to lack or excess of jurisdiction. Due process requires that during the pre-trial proper, any and all evidences have to be stated, not only stated, it has to be marked in evidence so that there will be no surprises. Yun
Opo.
po.
Opo, din ito pong tax records ni VP at ni second gentleman Man Scarpio. Ano, pakipaliwanag nga po ito, sir, batay po sa batas at sa pag-aaral po nito. Ito ba'y allowed sa impeachment sa isang Senate impeachment court?
Well, na-cite na namin yan, no? Nung nag-file kami ng petition sa Korte Suprema. That's one of the issues I believe that we raised there, because if you note, as a general rule, yung mga tax returns kasi, yung SALN ba yun, no? Ang rule kasi niyan under Section 270 of the National Internal Revenue Code, no? Bawal na bawal po on the part of the BIR, no? To divulge to any person, no? Or makes known or any other manner may be provided by law information regarding the business, income, or estate of any taxpayer, no? May exception lang dyan, yung Section 20A, no? Yung Section 20A, no? Nakasaad dyan, the Commissioner shall, upon request of Congress and in aid of legislation, furnish its appropriate committee pertinent information, including but not limited to industry audits, collection performance data, status reports in criminal actions, no? Etc. etc. Pero ang nakasaad kasi dito that Congress must be in session and in aid of legislation. Impeachment ito eh. So it does not fall under the exception provided under Section 20A of the National Internal Revenue Code. So medyo delikado po yan. Ang BIR niyan, kung i-disclose nila yan, baka magkaroon ng, what you call this, ng liability. At saka, well, they may use as a reason, hindi naman yung BIR yung nag-o-open no? But nevertheless, the spirit of the law is such that it is still covered by confidentiality rule, and it is my humble submission that such cannot be allowed, because another reason also can be provided. Nowhere in the Cabrera complaint as well as in the Saballa complaint did Saballa or Cabrera specify, no, the SALN which are questionable, no? So since it is not, no ultimate facts was properly pleaded in the Saballa complaint as well as in the Cabrera complaint, then it cannot be used in evidence in any proceeding, much more impeachment proceeding. Yan po ang aking humble stand on the matter.